Zoe written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Bingo Moon, gonna get you all. It's a Bingo Moon. There's a Bingo Moon. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo Moon. Bing, 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 bing. Bingo Moon. Zoe written and I saw it say, Bingo Moon is on its way. None of you stand so tall. Bingo Moon, gonna get you home. It's a Bingo Moon. Yeah, it's a Bingo Moon.
Run it, run it, run it, run it. I rock, I roll, I bloom, I grow, I glow. I rock, I roll. What you say? I bloom, I glow, I glow. I rock, I roll. Put 'em up, I bloom, I glow, I glow. I rock, I roll. One more time, I bloom, I glow. Let's go.
Good morning, Lassiter High School. I'm Liam. Interact Club will be selling $2 candygrams to be delivered for Valentine's Day in the Skylight from Tuesday, January 27th to Friday, February 6th. All proceeds go to Pause for Life. Please visit the Black History Gallery opening on Wednesday, February 4th in the Media Center, Room 4. Then join us Friday, February 6th at 8 a.m. in the Skylight for a special performance by one of Lassiter's choral groups. And now to our segment, That's a Talk Show. Good morning, Lassiter. I'm your host, Liam Carrillo, and today we have a very special guest, Miss Young. Miss Young, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
So to start us off, you work, what do you do at Lassiter?
I am the school librarian.
And how long have you been doing that?
This is my 5th year at the Lassiter Library.
5th year, that's quite a long time. Certainly it must have, seen some interesting things during your time here.
Oh, sure. When I first started, that's when we started rolling out laptops. So it was new to everybody and everyone was kind of just adjusting to that new way of teaching and learning. So we've been kind of navigating that together with the teachers and students.
That was during the COVID era, right?
Correct. I took a spot in the library in 2021, so we were just figuring it out.
I imagine a lot has changed since the pandemic.
Well, sure. I think everyone's kind of adjusted to the digital platforms that we're expected to use, and everyone's kind of gone a lot more paperless, so not as much printing in the library. So it looks a little different than it did a few years ago.
Yeah. Moving on to the library itself, what exactly does it consist of, your work in the library?
My work, well, we get the opportunity to work with a lot of teachers and students. So we help teachers with their research lessons and help the students write essays, formatting their papers and stuff. We help students individually work on their projects, either on the computer or with the resources and supplies that we have for them, like the budger paper or hot glue gun or whatever. We are kind of a liaison between students and our field tech when it comes to issues with laptops. So every day looks different.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. And in your experience, what would you think is your favorite part of, working here?
I think my role as a school librarian is unique in that I get to work with all the students in every part of the school. I don't have a set group of students that I see every day. So just being able to see and work with all the students and teachers for different things, different reasons each day. It's fun. You get to kind of like know a lot more about the school.
Well, that sounds very nice. And moving on, you worked here for 5 years, so in that time you must have seen and done quite a few things, right?
Sure.
And what's one of the funniest experiences you've had here? How about that?
Oh, I don't know about funny. A lot of the things that we laugh at in the library are because of technology not working, or when we replaced the floors a few years ago and we had to like pack up all the books and it was just messy and stuff. We just have to like laugh at the situation and laugh at ourselves, because either way we have to kind of get through it. We're here to serve the students and the teachers, so those kind of things we try to keep it light. But I would say just interacting with the students every day. The students are hilarious and they're a lot of fun to talk to, so we're constantly like laughing with them, just about the different things that come up, whether they're shooting a video or a podcast or asking for help with something. It's really enjoyable and we get to laugh a lot.
Well, that sounds nice. And adding on to that, what would you say is, in your work, how does one actually become like a school librarian? How does that happen?
Well, there are a couple of different paths. I came from 14 years in the English classroom, so I already had teaching certifications. Really? And several degrees. So for me, it was just a matter of going back to get a certificate as a media specialist. But if someone knows that they want to be a media specialist or librarian, there are bachelor and master's degrees in that field.
And I wonder what drove you specifically to want to pursue this?
I've always kind of had my eye on the library when I was teaching in the English class, because I would bring my students down and we'd work with the librarians on projects, and I just saw how much they enjoyed. They'd work with one class and then they'd work with some other students, and kind of that versatility was really appealing to me. So several years ago, when I kind of caught wind that the librarians at the time were planning on retiring, I saw that as an opportunity to look more into the role, and when it became available, I asked if I could step in. So it turned out to be a good move for me.
Oh. So you surely, you see a lot of students every day, you interact with students every day. Would you have any advice to any student that may want to go into like a librarian field or an academic field, similar to yours?
I love talking to students when they're interested in the field of education. So I would say if you really feel strongly about it, when you do have to go to a 4-year college and start right away and claim education as your major, you can do your student teaching, and you do have to do a version of student teaching even if you want to be a school librarian. You still go shadow and work in other schools to learn the trade. So if you feel strongly that that's your path, then go ahead and claim it right away. And you can be in a classroom at the age of 22.
And is that how old you were when you started?
I was 25. Actually, my undergrad is in journalism, so I went back to get my master's in secondary English education. And so by the time I finished that and the student teaching involved with that, I was 25.
And you've been doing this for like combined teaching and the media center specialist for combined 19 years?
19 years.
Wow. That is quite a long time.
Yeah.
But you said you wanted to start in journalism?
That was my initial major as an undergrad. So I always really enjoyed the writing aspect, the journalist aspect of that field. So I took courses and graduated with that as my major, and I actually worked at an advertising agency for about a year until I kind of had the calling to go back and get in a classroom where I could embrace the skill of writing in a different way.
In our current world, there was a lot of information out there for people.
Sure.
There was a lot of stuff for people, to see, and we have more information at our fingertips than ever. But it seems that it's harder to access than ever before. So, do you have any advice for actually like seeking out that information in a more coherent or better way?
Well, it depends on what information you're seeking and what you're using it for. But as far as a school setting, I would really stay away from any kind of news that you might find that's just shared on social media. I'm sure we've all seen a fake news story or an exaggerated news story before. So I would stick to just like the more valid and vetted resources that end in .org or a .edu or a respected published newspaper, and even those sometimes, have bias. So it's keep an open mind when you read stuff. Don't take everything as 100% truth. Just be a little skeptical all the time. But there are, of course, resources that you can actually 100% count on, and we're happy to share those with you guys in the media center.
Of course. So we're running short on time now. So do you have any closing thoughts for us?
Well, if you haven't been coming down to the library, come see us. We've got a lot of great spaces and great resources. We're here for everybody. But we love our job, and we're happy to be here.
All right. Well, that's about all the time we have now. So, Ms. Young, thank you so much for coming. And that's all we have. Good morning, Lassiter. Back to you in studio.
And now for the weather with Jack.
Good morning, Lassiter. I'm Jackson Murphy with your weather today. As you can see, slightly warmer temperatures throughout the metro area. 30 degrees Kennesaw, 28 Marietta, even 28 down in Sandy Springs. So we are starting to see a slight warm up in temperatures, which is going to be pretty nice as we go out to the metro area, see what's happening there with temperatures. We're seeing about high 20-degree temperatures and some mid 30-degree temperatures. Highest we're seeing is 36 down at the Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. Going and looking at our radar, we have some snow showers up near Cincinnati, and we have some showers from Shreveport. They're going to push into us overnight and are going to start affecting us tonight and tomorrow morning. As we go to our forecast to see what that's going to look like today, high 59, so we are starting to see temperatures start to warm up, which is going to be pretty nice apart from the past couple weeks of cold temperatures. Wednesday, morning showers, and then it's going to be about the same as today, apart from the 30-degree temperature low. Thursday, we're going to start to see a bit of a return to what we've been seeing the past 2 weeks. And then Friday, it's going to warm up, 57 degrees. So not really much happening this week in terms of weather. But if something is brewing this weekend, which is, by the way, extremely unlikely, so our 2-week streak of winter weather is probably over, I'll let you know live in the L&N Weather Center. I'm Jackson Murphy.
That's all the announcements for today. Have a great day, Lassiter, and go Trojans.
Y'all want some music?
Loved ones.